Hello everyone, this is Luxury PL38. Today I would like to do a comparison and maybe you could call it an unboxing because I haven't actually showcased this on my videos, but this is a brand new bag. And it's actually, I bought this for my sister because she requested it, and she's overseas, so I actually need to give this to her. And as you can see, the ribbons and everything, it's, you could call it an unboxing, but it's not for me. But I'm just gonna quickly showcase you the differences. But this is my bag, and I'm gonna show you what this is. Oops. Okay, I suppose you can see what it is. I was using it the other day and I haven't actually got time to put it in the dust bag. This is the popular Dauphine. This is the regular size, and this is one of my favorite bags. I just love the structure and the whole design and everything. And let me just quickly show you the receipt and how much I purchased it for. So I actually purchased this for 3,700 Canadian dollars. And this is the Dauphine bag, the regular size, because I understand it comes in a mini, or was it a small Dauphine, but mine is the regular size. How you can tell other than the size is that the regular ones comes with the gold chain, whereas I believe the mini one or the small versions of it does not come with the gold chain. Although you can't use it as a shoulder bag for the chain, but for some reason I don't like using it because it's really pulling on your shoulder, and it is quite a heavy strap chain. So I tend to just let it dangling down and use this on the leather strap itself, and that's the logo. Let me just quickly show you. That's the strap, and that's the bag. So the monogram goes around the bag all the way to the front, or you can do it that way. I mean, it actually goes from the front, because the LV, the monogram, you can see the logo, it goes around the back. And at the back, the LV is inverted because it goes around it. And this is the reverse monogram sections. I'm just hoping that the reverse monogram is actually going to be more, because I love the reverse monogram. But to be honest, I mean, it actually looks much better because the darker colors, the original monogram actually covers most of it, so it does complement it. But I just love the logo of this. It's gorgeous. And the one thing I love about this bag is the magnetic closure. I don't have to, it automatically attracts it. It's a very strong magnetic closure. So that's one thing I love about the Louis Vuitton bag that has magnetic closure, because it does have a very strong closure. And I believe that's what it looks. And that's what it looks. Oh, I still got the plastic sticker intact. I'm not going to take that out. I'm one of those person that likes to keep it new, and you know, so the plastic thing, you can see it's still intact, but I love how the magnetic closure just quickly snap it up, and it does have a very strong closure. So the Dauphine bag, it has two separate sections, the one at the back and the one at the front, and there's a zip pocket in the middle, and there's a back pocket here as well. And let me just show you, this is made in France. Yes, made in France. And one thing I like about the Dauphine bag is you can take this strap out I'm sorry, as the camera is trying to zoom in and out, it does have that. I'm really sorry if it does comes out to be really bad, but the two strap, it's gorgeous, and it kind of like gives it the look appeal. And the strap itself, you can adjust it as a crossbody or as a shoulder strap. So this is the shoulder strap versions, and if you want it to be a crossbody, you just need to see there's a button here. You just need to pull that up and pull it all the way up. Let me just show that to you. There's another button here. You just have to unbutton it and just pull it all up. So that's how you do a crossbody. You basically have to pull it up, and the logo is this. You can see there's a logo here. So this is the one that you need to pull all the way up. So you can do a crossbody for this bag. And I like the chain dangling effect. It looks very chic. But what I'm trying to do now is do a comparison with this bag. Because when I actually purchased this, I have a choice of either this or this, and I choose this bag, which is the Dauphine, because this is more my style. The SA, she was very good, and she was very she actually showed me two of the most popular bag at that time. I told her this is not my style, but she said this is a very popular and it's very difficult to get, and it's usually sold out. But I much prefer this bag, and I chose this. But my sister actually asked me to get this and see if I can get it for her, which I was able to get it for her through my SA, because she is on a waiting list, and I believe in Asia the waiting list is more than a year for this bag. So when I told her that I could get it for her, she was extremely happy, and I did manage to get it for her in under a month. So she does not have to wait for over a year. And because her waiting list in Asia was like, I think she was number 25 on the list. I'm sorry, I just don't want to I'll just have to do this gently because I'm not very good at tying the ribbon. So I'm just gonna do the corners here, and I see if I can squeeze it back up. But again, this is actually a brand new bag, and let me see how much I pay for. The price that I actually pay for this is 2,440 Canadian dollars, and this is of course the reverse monogram Pochette Metis. My SA told me, because I don't know much about this bag until recently, my SA told me that this is the newer versions of Pochette Metis because they do have some issues in the past, and she said that she was able to get it for me with the newer versions because they did some adjustment to the leather. I'm not very familiar with Pochette Metis, and I do apologize. So I don't know much about it, and I just have to trust her word for it. But it is very similar in terms of style to the Dauphine. The length and everything, it's very similar, and even the style, it has that messenger look to it. But for me, my taste goes towards the Dauphine. I just like the chic outlook of that. And let me just quickly show you the reverse monogram. I'm trying to be careful because this is actually not mine. It is my sister. The reverse monogram, it goes all the way on the inside. I love the reverse monogram, and it goes outside, and again it goes around it. As you can see, the LV inverted at the back. but there is a zip pocket at the back, whereas this one does not have it. And there is a handle here. I'm sorry, I'm using my phone, so sorry about that. And the inside is very similar. It has two compartments, and this is actually the strap, and there is a pocket at the back as well, if I'm not wrong. Let's have a look. Yep, there is a pocket at the back. So it is very similar in terms of the style. And this is the strap. I'm not going to open it because this is actually a gift, and for my sister. But as you can see, the strap, it is long enough for a crossbody, and it has that reverse monogram strap. So I actually do like this Pochette Metis. It kind of grows on me, but in terms of style wise, I prefer the Dauphine. I think I'm a Dauphine person, and I'm just gonna show you the monogram goes around. And in this case, this is the reverse monogram, and also the style. Remember how I mentioned I much prefer the reverse monogram to actually have more of it. So if you do it the other way around, put this side reverse monogram, you get this Pochette Metis, because the reverse monogram is the one that goes around it, and the monogram itself is at the bottom, whereas this one, it's the other way around. So in terms of the monogram itself, you will see that the reverse monogram has more on the Pochette Metis. And also you see that there is a reverse monogram on the inside of this. Let me just show you. And that's where the strap hook is. And that's where the strap hook is. I am trying to be very careful, and also this is actually not magnetic. You just have to push it open, and you need to push that in to close it. This is one of the reasons why I chose this, because I much prefer the magnetic closure. It is easy and you can just take it out things easily, whereas for Pochette Metis, I do understand that you need to push this, and sometimes if you don't have many things inside, it's difficult to push. Like now, it's actually empty, so you kind of like have to push really hard. So that's one of the cons when I was trying both of them in the store, and I actually went for this. I mean, I have no regrets. It's one of my favorite bags, and you can actually, I mean, it does look very chic with the gold chain, but you can always take it out. So you can style it down a little, and it is you can use it as a shoulder or a crossbody. So that's one of the pros and cons, but it is all come to taste, because in terms of the size wise and the design, it is very similar. It has two inside interior, and the length, it is very similar. Even the height, it's very similar, and the width, it is very similar. So these two bags, they do have a very similar in terms of style, but I think the bottom line comes out with the taste, which one you prefer. Also, I mean, you can always have one for more casual, and if you do prefer that, you can always have the second one for more chic. It all comes down to personal preference. And I do understand that some people own both of them, and they can use it on certain occasions depending on what they wear. Also the price, there is a huge difference. This is 2,440 Canadian, and this is I believe 3,700. So there is a huge price difference, about 50% more of this price to get that. I don't know what that differences are. I can only assume it could be the magnetic closure, and it could be the gold chain, and also the leather around it, that might actually contribute to the huge price differences. But yes, this is a comparison of the Pochette Metis reverse monogram and the Dauphine. So if you do have any comments, or if you like to add into some things that I missed out, please comment on the section below. Thanks for watching.